if you talk proof sets, the #1 collector set made for us collectors, and you talk about 75 years or 3/4 of a century old, we're pigeonholing ourselves into one conversation. The last of the Philadelphia Mint issues. But tonight, one step further. The last of the Philadelphia Mint silver issues, but these two are special. Take a look at the reverse. And that bottom set, that's the reverse. The last of the weedy proof sets, 57, 58. 1959, we moved to the new design, which is the Lincoln Memorial. And that stayed for 50 years. And then in 2009, we had that 1-year 4-coin special. And from 2010 to the present, 15 years now, the Shield cent. So we're going back to the old Wheaties. Now, at this time in history, as I referenced, Philadelphia made all of our proof sets. They did this until 1964. San Francisco stepped in and took over production in 1968. At this time, we had 3 90% silver coins in circulation. The Roosevelt dime, the Washington quarter, and these are the Franklin half dollars. We have the beautiful copper cent and that beautiful Jefferson nickel. Now, the original status is the polypack and the envelope. Most of you probably have seen them looking like this over the last few decades. That's what they call Capital Plastics, or a repackaged proof set. It keeps them all secure, but it's not what they call OGP, original government packaging. These are that. So again, 2 sets available tonight. The last 2 Wheaties, 1957, 1958. We're showing you the bottom set where you're able to see that Wheatie reverse. And the reverse of all the other coins for that matter. So at this time, it was called polypacks. The coins were put into an air bubble and then sealed. And then they were put into the outer envelope. Like an envelope you would mail to a relative, a friend, a neighbor. Drop it in the mail. That's what they did. There's 2 little pieces of cardboard on the inside that the sleeve fits within. You bought a set in 1957. This is the envelope you got it sent in. If you bought 5 or 10 from the Mint in 1957, they sent it in the bigger outer box. Most of the sets we see today in the industry, those are the sets. Because there's no address label on the envelope. Anybody looking at that price yet? We're at $49.95 for the entire proof set. Why is that significant? Well, my competition sells the Roosevelt dimes at $25.50. They sell the quarters at $42.95. And they sell the Franklin half dollars for $75 or $77 each. So the dime and the quarter are more than the set. The half dollar is more than the set. Or you can buy the combined 3-coin silver in the set with the cent and the Jefferson nickel for less. That's the AVC way, and it's a big way. Now, one of the other things about these original proof sets is, you notice all of these sets are silver-wise, dime, quarter, half dollar, what they call blast whites. There are no porosity spots, because again, this is an air bubble. If the air cracks, it oxidizes with the moisture in the air and the coins turn color. All of our silvers are gorgeous, original. But the 2 tells of a beautiful proof set are, well, the nickel has a bluish hue to it, and those beautiful cents are blast red coppers. Gorgeous, outright gorgeous. OGP, original government packaging. Now, if you also look at this time in history, how many sets were being made? Now, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, we were talking close to 3 million sets pretty much every single year. The U.S. Mint didn't make proof sets available to the American public until 1950. So we're still in our first decade of proof set collecting with the U.S. Mint. Before then, it was dignitaries. You had to know somebody to get a proof coin. Starting in 1950, you could buy it from the mint directly, and they'd send you the beautiful 5-piece set. They were in boxes the first few years, and then in 1955, they moved to this poly pack, protecting the coins versus the 2x2 flips they used to be in. San Francisco took over in 1968, that hard plastic lens, and that's how we see it today. These are gorgeous. Every year, P's, D's for circulation, proofs for collectors. Every year without fail. The rarest coin of the year is the proof. Historically, significance is these are Philadelphia sets. San Francisco took over all proof set manufacturing in 1968. So 64 backwards, 1950 to 1964, those sets were all Philadelphia's. Guys, give me a 1-minute clock, please. I have a dozen plus available, the 58s left that I can see. A lot of people on the phones. 57s are selling faster. That's okay. They're both gorgeous. Why the combo tonight? Well, one, I have them, which is the best part. But two, they hit a secondary significance in U.S. history. And that is the cent in these sets are Wheaties. The last year of issue for a Wheatie was 1958. So the default on top of that storyline is the 57 and 58 proof sets are the last two Wheatie proof sets issued by Philadelphia. They are outright gorgeous. The value, we're at $49.95 each tonight. That is outright shake your head and go, yay. Because my competition has them. Repackaged in that little Capital Plastics. We showed you across, thanks guys, that Capital Plastics right there. They're at $85 each. We're still in the original government packaging, which goes back to the year 57, the year 58, and we can be under 50. That's the AVC way. Don't miss out.